Okay, I kept clearly multitasking. Okay. Yeah, and if at the end of class you want to go back to gallery view just to get a sense of kind of the collective that joins in, that might be nice once in a while. And keep in mind, I don't know if I've ever made this clear, but when I do the yoga classes, which is different from when I teach dance to my students, I actually don't look at any of you. I can't see any of you. So if you do need anything, please type something in the chat. If the music's too loud, you can't hear me, all of that. All right, so without further ado, I'd just like to briefly introduce this class. I was trying to figure out what to do for our energized practice today, and there were just so many things coming to mind that I thought, why not try a little bit of everything? So today is a bit of a medley. We're gonna be doing maybe some ballet moves, and if you are nervous by that, notice that and let that go, because this is all with the yoga flow. So we're not gonna all of a sudden be doing grand jetés unless we want to do that. Maybe a little bit of Pilates. Again, all with the intention to flow. We're going to try to stretch out a couple of parts of our bodies that we don't often stretch out. I do this because we'll be stretching our wrists and our fingers a little bit. Yeah, and without further ado, let's get started. We do have that Spotify playlist that I sent around in the email if you'd like to play that. I will be playing that on my end. It has some vocals, so if you do have a hard time hearing me over it, please let me know. Play on that, and away we go. All right. So welcome everybody. If you'd like to find your way onto your mat, find yourself into a comfortable seat. Your Drasana, which is when you kind of sit on your knees. I like to have multiple blocks when I do that because it can be intense. You can sit crisscross. And as we do with every practice, just take a couple of breaths, acknowledge that you have arrived, and we're just going to commit to being here with each other. Begin to take some deep breaths in, gently. Either close your eyes if you're not yet ready, just relax your focus, your gaze. Just look at nothing in particular. I like to bring some, I rub my hands on my thighs just to bring some warmth. So I kind of get some of my fidgety energy out. And here, I invite you to set an intention for class. Some people having an intention that moves them and guides them through class, it can be really helpful. It's almost like that light, like the North Star, and you're on a ship and you're seeing it, you know where you're going, even though around you it's a little dark or a little tricky. I'm not an intention person, but I do really well with guidance and structure. So for those of you who are like, no, intention's not for me, I'd like to offer you my intention, if you'd like to kind of digest it a little bit. So today's practice is a little bit different. As I said, we're going to be moving through kind of different styles of things. And the goal isn't to perfect everything, do everything. If you find yourself getting frustrated, I invite you and encourage you to not fight yourself. If you're finding yourself just struggling, being frustrated, that's your edge. That's where you're like, okay, my goal, my intention is to be okay with whatever comes, and to recognize that a lot of this is new, maybe new, and that it's okay. A couple weeks ago, if you were with me, I couldn't do even the relaxing poses because my body was just not even having a child's pose. So, listen to your body and just get through class just being like, I did something new, and that's my intention for you. If you haven't already brought some deep breaths in through your nose, let's take one together. Inhale through your nose, and exhale through your lips. Another inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly through your lips. Almost like you're whistling without sound. One more inhale, shoulders come up to meet your ears. Exhale through your lips slowly. Just reach your arms out, out, out. Energy through your fingers. Palms meet at the top of your head. Bring them down past your nose and settle into prayer. Gently drop your chin. Just inhale here. If you'd like to breathe into that intention or anything that I've said, if anything's resonating, just take a moment of contemplation. Excellent. Very nice. I'm going to reach for my music here, just in case it gets too loud. Those of you who have blocks, books, pillows, just have them handy. I like to use props in most of my classes. All right, we are going to move on to our hands and knees, tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, and we're going to move through a couple rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, belly drops, tailbone lifts, gaze lifts. And then exhale, round down, dome through the spine, pushing back through those palms, cat. You can drop your eyelids again here and just really feel into the fluctuations of the spine. Exhale, push back, dome down. This is where you get in touch with your breathing cycles, so you can go with me or just go on your own. There's a saying that the breath breathes you. The breath breathes you. So it's your breath that starts the motion and activates you as a moving, living being. So really let that breath activate your motion. Our breath is unique to us, so that we're moving in harmony. We're each pretty unique here. Do one more cycle. And then meet me back into a neutral spine. We're going to turn our wrists. You can either turn your fingers out to the side or all the way back, pointing towards your knees. All right, and just begin to move your hips in little circles or little figure eights, right and left. Start noticing that stretch just above your wrists. That's one of those stretches that I don't do every day. And if it's too intense, turn your your fingers more to the side. And here's a little bit of time to play. You can practice bending your elbows and just seeing what that brings. You can start setting your hips behind towards your heels and seeing if your palms start peeling off the floor a little bit. And all the while, deep breaths, telling your body that everything's okay. Here for one more inhale and exhale cycle, and then meet right back in neutral, normal hands. Excellent. Now let's just set our hips back. We need to prop up on some pillows. We're just going to shake out our wrists. Yes. Shake them out, shake them in. Okay. All right. And then plant your hands, hands underneath your shoulders. Now we're going to curl our toes. And this, you're going to want to reach back and actually make sure your pinky toes are making contact with the floor as much as your other toes, or at least they're touching. Mine tend to hover. And we're going to give ourselves a nice toe stretch. If you feel intensity in your knees, you can pad your knees underneath or behind, like I'm doing. Pad up, pad up, pad up. We're going to just send our hips back in space, keeping your toes curled. And as much as you're comfortable with, begin to walk your hands up. If you're like, I got this, you can rest your hands in prayer or kind of mudra if you'd like. We're going to spend a couple cycles here. So you might find yourself going a little more forward because it can be quite intense on our toes. Just take a deep breath and gently close your eyes. And release. Inhale through your nose and hold it at the top. Sigh it out. We're going to do one more audible sigh. Inhale through your nose. Hold at the top. Fill, fill, fill. And sigh it out. Excellent. Let your breathing return to a normal rhythm. We're going to be here for just 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Unlayer any padding you have. Uncurl those toes. Set your hips back into a child's pose and stretch out those arms. Very good. I'm going to start incorporating some props in case any of you do have them at home and would like to start using them. Here you can always put a block or several underneath your wrists to get a little more of a shoulder stretch. If you don't have one of these handy, you can prop up, make a little tent out of your fingertips. Right. Just gently rock your hips side to side, just warming up the body. Very good. Slowly bring yourself back into our tabletop. I'm spending a lot of time here. If you would like to pad under your knees as we make our way into a high kneeling position, you absolutely can. I have a really squishy mat today, but I usually put like tons of cushion underneath my knees. All right, here you can have your toes tucked and pointed. Pointed and flat, or you can tuck the toes. My toes are still a little sore from our stretch, so I'm going to keep them extended. Hands come to hips. Inhale, tall spine. And release. So we're going to inhale, draw those elbows closer together, shoulder blades come together, gaze lifts, gentle back bend. Then exhale, contract, kind of like a kneeling cat-cow. Inhale, elbows come together, shoulder blades draw together, gaze lifts, heart opens. Exhale, contract, your belly button up through that spine. 2 more rounds. Inhale, elbows draw together, shoulder blades, gaze lifts, that energy rises up you. Exhale, contract it down. Almost like a cycle of energy that's coming in and up. And on the release, it curls down and out. Very good. All right, we're going to come on back to our tabletop position. Remove any padding you had, unless it keeps you comfortable. All right, this is a little inversion, a little modification of some Pilates. All right, we're going to inhale. Our right foot is going to slide to the back. You're pointing your toe. Take a deep breath here. If you didn't finish your inhale, just let an exhale, energy through that leg. Inhale, we're going to lift that foot, keeping your hips square, so avoid turning your toes up, keeping your toes, your feet, the top of your foot is towards the ground, toes are pointing to the back wall. Take a deep breath here, stretch through the crown of your head, toes of your feet. Exhale, gently place it back down. Right away, inhale, left foot slides to the back. Energy here, take a breath. On your next inhale, begin to lift it, squaring those hips, noticing if you drop left or right. Energy up through the crown of your head, through the toes, and bring it back in. Excellent. We're going to move through that one more time a little faster. So inhale, right foot slides out, it lifts up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, energy. Exhale, release, down to the ground. Inhale, left leg slides back and up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, energize through head, through toe. And exhale, gently release. Now we're going to add our arms. So with our right leg, we're going to begin to lift our left arm. It makes quite a difference. So again, be friendly with yourself. This took me a lot of practice before even starting this class to figure out. So let's take a cleansing, just reset breath. Inhale, right leg goes out and back. Hold. Next, inhale, left arm reaches out, out, out past your ear. Hold. On your next exhale, lower your hands and then your leg. Very nice. Inhale, left leg out and back. Bring up your right arm. Hold. On your next exhale, lower arm, then knee. Excellent. Now we're going to bring some more breath into it. So just play around. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Inhale. Hold for exhale. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, melt back down to the floor. Last one. Inhale, left leg back, right arm up. Exhale, hold. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, melt back to the floor. I'm sweating. All right. Open those knees wide. Send your hips back. Wide knee child's pose. You can always sit on a block if you're not reaching that today. You can rock your head side to side. Just take a rest. Begin to peel yourself up and back into your tabletop. You know where we're going. Excellent. Now we're going to begin our more traditional flow. Walk your palms forward, about a handprint forward. Tuck those toes, send those hips up, 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 like you're being peeled up by a clothespin and hung out to dry. And when you get up into your downward dog, walk out those knees. Bring any little wiggles. And really ground through your knuckles. The knuckles are the first thing to lift when we get tired. But they keep our wrists safe because they absorb the energy and all the weight that we're putting on our hands. We don't want that just stacking in our wrists. Sometimes I see people lift their fingers. Oh no, don't do that, don't do that. Excellent. Take a deep breath here. Let it out slowly through the lips like you're whistling. One more time like that. In through your nose. Out through your lips like you're whistling. The next one, we're going to side out nice and big. Inhale, the biggest one yet. Side out. Bend your knees, lift those hips. Walk those feet to your hands. Nice big bend. You're going to bend your knees. Reach those arms up to the sky. Light up the sky. Palms come together. Bring your prayer hands down past your heart. Open those palms. Gently close your eyes. Tadasana. Mountain pose. Excellent. Just a breath here. On your next inhale, flicker open those eyes. Stretch those arms out and up. Palms come together. Lead with your heart. Dive forward. Sorry, there's a bunch of traffic outside my house. Weirdly, there's so many cars. Good. We're going to hang in our forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows. Bring a nice bend to your knees. Drop that head. You can shake your head, no and yes. Give it a little wiggle to make sure your neck is relaxed. Excellent. Next inhale. We're going to, inhale, hands to shins or thighs, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, plant those palms, step right leg back, left leg back, high plank, hold it for 3, 2, 1, drop your knees, shift forward, elbows tucked in, flat into the floor. Step out of the way. Good, and then your palms will come towards your lower ribs, heel up into a cobra, elbows tucking the whole time. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck those toes, move through a tabletop, downward facing dog. Very nice. Inhale here. Let it go. One more. Inhale here. Let it go. Your next inhale, lift your right toes. Keep those toes square like we did in tabletop. We're not opening up, not today. On your exhale, curl through that spine, get your knees high towards your chin, arch your back. You're gonna send that right foot through your hands. It can take a couple hops. That's challenging. Excellent. You can stay here or you can drop your back knee. Just for a moment, we're gonna walk ourselves up to a high lunge. Hands can stay on our thigh, our hips, or you can reach them up to the sky. Take an inhale, stretch, and exhale, bring them back to the floor. Touch down that back knee. Back toes can stay curled or uncurled. We're gonna move through a little flow. I want you to start conceptualizing a wave of an ocean here. I know that metaphor, that image comes up a lot in classes. But I think you'll understand. Just try to embody a wave, okay? Just take it from there. You're gonna inhale, lengthen the spine, slight lunge forward. If your knee is going farther out beyond your ankle, just set it out a little further. So inhale, stretch, lunge forward. Exhale, send those hips back in space. Flex the front toe, curl down, nose towards the knee. Front knee does not have to be perfectly straight. In fact, I don't usually encourage that. Inhale, so you're kind of getting that roll, that wave. Inhale, stretch, lunge. Exhale, complete that wave. Send the energy back. Flex that front foot and hang. 2 more. Inhale, stretch forward, lunge. Open that heart. Exhale, send it back. Remember, you are a wave just flowing in and out. Final set. Inhale. Walk forward, open that heart, lunge. Exhale, send it back into space. If you need more sensation, flex more. I don't need more sensation. Good. Inhale, come on back to your low leg lunge, your low lunge. Plant those hands, tuck the back toe, lift that knee, send your front leg back to meet your left, drop your knees, shift forward, elbows tucked in, flatten down, chaturanga. Hands draw back a little bit, squeeze those elbows in, untuck the toes, lift on inhale. Exhale, release. Tuck those toes, move through a tabletop, then downward facing dog, other side. Excellent, take a deep breath here. Side. Inhale, ground through those knuckles. You can even look at them to make sure. Release there. Inhale, left leg will rise, toes point to the ground like you're walking up the wall. Exhale, send that knee high, arch to the back. Some energy. Try to send that leg forward. Very nice. You may drop the right knee, or you can keep it lifted and prop up on your thigh to get tall. Hands can come to your hips, come to prayer, or you can send them up. Take a deep breath here. Drawing your back hip forward to be in line with your front. And then exhale, come on down. Hands meet the ground. Back leg comes to meet the ground as well. You can do whatever you want with your back toes. Inhale, lunge forward. Watch that knee not going too far over your ankle. Exhale, flex that foot, round through the spine. Yeah, think of a wave. Lift up and out. Inhale. Exhale, send that energy back, flex that front foot. Two more. Inhale, lunge, open your heart. Exhale. If you have blocks, I'll just demonstrate, you can keep going. Always put them here, never forget that they give you a little more length in your spine, so you don't feel you're hunching your shoulders as much. I should have used the blocks the whole time. Excellent. And we're going to come back to our just low lunge. Good. Plant those hands. Tuck the back foot. Lift the knee. Just take a moment to register where you are right now. And then bring your front leg to meet your back leg. High plank. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees. Shift forward. Elbows tucked in. Try to go as flat as you can. Palms move towards your low wrist. Squeeze those elbows in, gaze lifts. Shoulders aren't being worn as earrings. And lower, back, down. Excellent. Slide those hands a little forward, move into your tabletop. Open those knees, child's pose. And you can do whichever child's pose feels good. If you want to open your knees, keep your knees closed, however you feel. All right. Notice if you feel your heartbeat. It's nice to be like, hey, you're there. That's good. It's a good thing. Excellent. And slowly roll yourself back up into a strong tabletop position. And we're going to do a little bit of a side stretch. So what we're going to do is we're going to send our right leg back. And then we're going to open our hips and our heart to the side. Your back foot is planted wherever it feels strong. Your bottom leg, it can move. As long as your knee is under your hip, bring that bottom leg wherever you feel support. And you're going to open that light up the sky with those right fingers. You can send them over your head for a little more stretch. And think of tucking your tailbone closer to your belly button. So you're de-emphasizing that S shape in the lower back. You're bringing it in to be more straight. And open your top shoulder. Round through that supporting hand. Take a breath here. Exhale, unwind it. Palm comes to the ground, untwist, bringing me. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me the other way. Take a breath. When you are good and ready, you need to stretch your left leg back. Rotate it so your heel is supporting you. Lift your left hand up, peel it up to the sky. Open that heart. Find whatever position you feel stable in. And play around with sending that head over your ear. Grounding through that right palm, energy through the left fingers. Gaze can even come to the ceiling to emphasize that heart opening. And exhale, come on back down to your tabletop position. Walk those hands out, about one handprint. Tuck those toes. Send those hips up and back. Excellent, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Bend your knees, walk your hands towards your feet this time. Bend your knees, reach all the way up. Palms meet and send them into our heart center prayer position. Close your eyes, take a breath. Think of, if you set yourself an intention, think of my intention for you, which is, in fewer words, go with grace. Be gentle to yourself. This class is a jumble of things, and we bring a jumble of ourselves to every moment. But you're here with each other, and that's wonderful. Excellent. We're gonna let our hands go. Just give yourself a little shake. We're gonna go into a particular balanced stretch. It's a standing pigeon pose. So some of you may remember pigeon from our other classes, where you tuck your leg in at a diagonal, stretch your back leg, and fall forward. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna try it standing. Just like, why not? This is often easier on a harder surface. So like if I'm on my carpet area, it's harder for me than if I step back onto the wood area. All right, so first, round through the big toe mounds of your feet, the pinky toe mounds, and your heels. Feel the weight equally. You might even notice it turning out of your upper legs. And then fan out those toes, get a good grip. Tuck your tailbone, open your shoulders, get everything a little more centered. Here we go. I'm gonna face this way for a moment, just so you can see. Hands come to your hips. They can also come out like airplanes. You're gonna inhale your right leg up, keep it nice and flexed. Or lean against the wall if you like. Then you're gonna cross it over your left, hook right ankle to left knee, bend your left leg. It's actually resting just above. Hands can come to hips or heart. You're gonna begin to bow forward. So if you're already going, keep it up. Otherwise, you can go with me. That was a little demonstration. Ground through that left foot, spread out the toes. Flex that right foot, lift it off the ground. Turn it out. Cross it right on top of the left. Give the left bend. Begin to bow towards that front leg. If you've been here for a while, you can play around with dropping your fingertips to the ground or blocks. I love blocks. You can support on top of them. Wherever you are, if you fall, you know what to do. Relax your neck if you can. Really flex through that right foot. One more breath here. Next inhale, wherever you are. Begin to peel yourself back up one vertebrae at a time. Good. Unhook that right leg. Try your best to send it down gently like you lifted it. Good. And shake out both feet. Well done. So we're going to move into the same thing on the left side. You can follow my guidance or just go right into it. You're going to ground with the big toe mound of our right foot, pinky toe mound, and heel, and then spread out those toes. I have really tiny feet, so spreading out my toes is like a savior. Left foot is going to flex, and low, low, higher, higher, higher. Hands can be at your hips. Cross your left leg over, knee pulling back. Bend in your right knee. You need to send your heart forward, gazing at the spot in front of you on the floor. And then that spot, as you bend forward, comes a little closer to you, a little closer to you. Hands can come to prayer. You can hang out here, or you can drop your fingertips to some blocks or to the floor. If you dropped your hands, see if you can relax the back of your neck. Or inhale here, and exhale. And as deliberately as you can, noticing what parts of your body are doing what. What's shaking, what's stable. Come to standing, unhook that left leg, send it down with some grace. Give yourself a little shake. Well done. All right, perfect. All right. So now we're gonna move into a little ballet bar. This is not ballet bar like fitness bar. This is like what I would lead in a ballet class. Just gonna move through a couple little plies and a couple little side stretches. So first, we're gonna bring our feet together to parallel, hands can be at your hips. And then open those toes to diagonals to the front. Excellent. And we're gonna squeeze our glutes, shoulders back, chest tall. Bend your knees slowly and slowly lift. This is something you may be very familiar with, a plie, just a bending. However, it's really active because you actually are resisting gravity as you go down. So you're not just dropping. The slower you go, the harder it is. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more. You can start adding a little bit more of a bend to the point where your heels wanna lift, your heels even can lift. For a couple more counts, sending those shoulders back. Activating your glutes and all your leg muscles, especially the big ones. As with every style, every art form, every ballet has changed a lot over hundreds of years. Excellent, open your legs to the side, we're gonna do the same thing, just move right into it. Nice and wide, so your body has a place to go. Keep it nice and wide. Just a little closer in than your wrists are when you reach out. So yeah, just keep moving, tucking your tailbone, shoulders out, nice and slow. Here you might be able to go a little further. Play with that distance. So yeah, as I was saying, it's changed a lot. And now in bar, we tend to move through very quick plies. But back in the day, I'd say like 1940s, leading from the 1800s, probably up until the 1940s, they would spend so much time just on these plies. You know, they would do like 2 counts of 8 just going down. Oh man, and then like 2 counts of 8 just going up. Their muscles were enormous. It's like amazing, really. Just a simple movement. Okay, last one, come on, meet me at the top. So keep your toes where they are. You're gonna bend your knees slightly, slight plie, we're gonna add our arms. So bend your knees, your right arm is going to reach up over your ear, slight stretch. Left arm is gonna be under. You're gonna lean to the left, straightening both legs. You have the option to lift your heel of your right leg and rest on the ball of your foot, or even lift the ball and rest really mostly on that standing leg. And then bend back through the middle. Inhale, left arm comes up, palm down, straighten through both legs, stretch to the right. Exhale to the middle. Inhale, right arm, right leg. Exhale. Inhale, stretch. And then you might start be getting a little springiness as we gently pick up the speed. Really try to put most of your weight on that standing leg. Really send the energy from our pelvis up to the other leg. You might find it slightly easier to lift that heel. 2 more. And reach. Last one. Actually, do 1 more because I think we started on this side. I want to be as even as possible. Very nice. Open up, do a little curtsy. Well done, everybody. Come on back to the top of your mat. We're gonna reach our arms up, get back into the yoga mind. Fingertips wiggling at the top. Bring those palms together. And just open your arms like wings and forward fold like a swan. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. 1 more flow. Inhale, reach your arms up. Forward fold however you choose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Palms reach to the ground. Step your right leg back. Step your left leg back. High plank for 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees. Begin to send your hips back. Cross your feet and back. So we can just sit back and find ourselves in a cross-legged position. I'm going to face you. You can face whatever direction you like. Just be mindful of which leg is on top. We're going to switch halfway through. Inhale, right arm comes up. Left hand grounds through the floor. Side stretch. Open that heart to the sky. Exhale, come back to center. Lower your arm. Inhale, left arm. And exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower. One more side. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, stretch to the left. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, down. Last one. Inhale, left fingers come up. Stretch on your exhale. Inhale, get tall. And come down. We're going to switch our legs. We're going to reach both arms up. You want to keep your ballet arms. Take a deep breath. Stretch tall. Exhale, trying to keep your back as flat as you can by sending that tailbone back. Kind of lower down as flat as you can until you get to the point where you just go around, down. If your forehead comes to the ground, wonderful. If you want to bring in a block or a book to rest your forehead on, or just let it suspend, that's great. If it is resting, you can rock your head back and forth. Very nice, and begin to walk those hands slowly. We're going to do a little bit of a straddle. So you're going to bring one leg out. I just don't want this today. And the other one. It does not matter how far your hips go out. Inhale for a tall spine. If you find that your spine is still rounding, bring your feet in more. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, settle here. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, settle. Good. Bring our hands on the inside of our legs. Inhale your right arm, just like we did in our crisscross position. Exhale, reach. Really grounding through that right hip. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, reach it over, grounding through the left leg. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. We're almost done. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, stretch to that side body. Keep that heart open. You can use your bottom arm to press that heart. Energy out, not down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Final one. Inhale, left hand. Exhale it over. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Using your hands, bring those legs together. Give them a little thunder. Shake them out. Well done, everybody. If you turn to the center like me, turn back to the long edge of your mat. We're going to roll down your spine. Take a breath. We're almost there. Everyone's doing wonderfully. And I'm enjoying doing a variety of different techniques here. We're going to bring our legs up as best we can into a right angle. It can even be 45 degrees out. It's a little more work for the abdominal wall. Feet can be pointed. Feet can be flexed. We're going to peel our head and shoulders off the floor. Reach your hands out. It's like you just hold a strap here, and they're right next to your thighs. Open those palms down to the floor. Shoulders off the ground. Take a deep breath. Then pulse your hands. We're going to be here for a couple of breaths. This is called the 100 in Pilates. I'm not doing this 100 times. Good. Try your best to keep that heart open if you can. And begin to roll back down. Feet come down. Take a breath. Palms can be up or down. And just rock your knees side to side. Just to prepare yourselves, we are going to do that one more time. And just notice, if anything was confusing, if you felt too much, if you felt too little, and here's where you can make some adjustments and just see where your body really wants to land. Excellent. Knees come back up. Begin to lift those feet. Knees can get a right angle or slightly stretched. Peel that neck off, shoulders off. Try not to put too much tension in. And in fact, if your neck is working hard, let it rest against your hands and just leave your hands here. Just get a good crunch. Otherwise, just pull that imaginary rope down beside your legs. Open those palms nice and energized. Inhale, exhale. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Take some breaths. We're done in 3, 2, 1. Very good. Roll back. Ugh, good. And let those legs windshield wiper side to side. Very nice. We're going to just let our legs drop to one side and as sluggish as you can. Roll over onto your bellies. Oh, a bunch of gadgets back here. Roll over onto your bellies. And place one cheek onto the floor. Close your eyes, untuck those feet, and rest. And gently switch cheeks, take a rest. Excellent. Then you can just listen to my voice, either cheek on the ground. We're gonna first move into a little Sphinx pose, and then we're gonna move into our locust pose. So we wanna just lift up our upper body, slide those elbows under our shoulders, energize through those legs, your knees might even lift, and try to get long through the back of your neck. Take a couple breaths here. I love Sphinx pose. I love any pose that uses my imagination. So I'm like, yes, mountain pose. Like, I don't know, man. I don't really use much of the Sanskrit for many reasons. I don't use the Sanskrit, but also like speak English. Like I want to imagine, imagine the mountains. Perhaps that's just inhale. One more energized inhale. Exhale. Lower your knees if they were lifted. Lower down. Forehead to mat. You're going to begin to either reach your arms back behind you or clasp those hands right above your booty. Forehead to the ground, everybody inhale together. Exhale, shoulder blades come together and then lift your upper body, shoulders and head lifts. Feet can stay down. Pulling down your back with those hands. And exhale, release. You can keep your hands clasped and just let your elbows droop to either side of your body. That can be a really nice feeling. Or you can just completely let go of those hands. Either cheek can be on the ground. We're going to move through that one more time, and this time you have the option to add lifting your feet as well. So forehead to ground, extend those arms back. Take an inhale together. Exhale, squeeze those shoulder blades, let your head and shoulders lift, legs might lift, and if they're lifted, drawing them slightly closer together. Take a breath, 3, 2, 1. And release, very good. You can droop those elbows over either side. Excellent. You're gonna move yourself up into a tabletop. Do one final child's pose. Good, I'm just gonna change my tunes here a little bit. So while you're in child's pose, I'm adjusting the music. So we're going to start moving into a little bit of a wind down. So if you notice your music is a little energetic and you want to make any changes, now's a good time. We're kind of taking a little pause. I just really adjusted the volume, but wonderful. Okay. Move back into our tabletop. Cross your ankles. Come on back into a seated position. Extend those legs out. One leg and then the other. Nice and tall. Take a deep breath. Lengthen through the spine. Release. I'm using my fingertips to support me to really encourage my heart to open. And lift your right leg, cross it over the left. Use your hands to hug it in a little more if you'd like. Excellent. It's really feeling that compression in the right hip. If you'd like, you can cross your left hand over that right knee. Reach that right hand back, inhale nice and tall, and exhale, twist to that back hand. It's a nice twist. It also stretches out the hamstrings and the gluteus muscles. It's really nice. You might just have your hand here, wherever you are. And your next exhale, unwind. Extend both legs. Give your feet a little point and a little flex. Go in a couple little circles. your feet cramp during this, flex your foot and stretch it back. Inhale, root through those fingertips, get tall through your spine. Exhale, left leg is going to come up. You can cross over your right and plant down. Just give it a little hug if that's accessible, just using your hands or your full arms. Keeping a nice flex through the standing leg, always active. We never give up on parts of our bodies that are kind of waving the wings. Excellent. Now we can begin to bring our left hand behind. Our right hand is crossing in front. Really twisting at that lower belly to begin to gaze back. Oh, I just saw my plant has blossoms. This plant hasn't blossomed in like 2 years. It's a good day. It's a good day. All right, so now you are all my blossoms. Everyone's a blossom. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, tall. And even if you can't twist anymore, in your mind, twist. Just give it a little more ring out. And come on back. Extend both legs. Point and flex. Next, we're going to put on our point shoes and we're going to dance together. Okay, all right. Bend your knees, flex your feet, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold over and reach wherever you can. I say bend your knees so that way you have a little more potential contact with your chest and your legs. Some of you may have no problem reaching your chest to your legs. You just really want to make contact with your body and get as compressed as you can. You want to keep your legs straight, great. That's more of an under leg stretch. This one is, I feel like my calves as well, but it doesn't hurt me. So, and drop your head between your legs, and then roll back up. All right, now here we have a little bit of playtime. I'm going to talk you through a shoulder stance, but you can do whatever you would like here. So for this, we're going to scooch up towards the front of our mats and then begin to roll down through our spine. We're going to lift one leg up, and then the other shoulders can be pressed against the ground, and just hang here. Just feel what it's like to have your feet towards the ceiling. You want to stay here and just play around? Excellent. You want to go further into a shoulder stance? You can kind of bend your knees, and with some momentum, shoot those heels up to the sky and catch right under your hips, right under your booty with those hands. You can kind of walk those elbows in slightly closer. Good. And just feel some energy up your legs. A lot of people are very like staff. They're just strong here. I of course fidget and do all sorts of weird things. Whatever you like, as long as you don't rock your head side to side, you are good to go. If it's in your practice to drop those legs over the top of your head, you may do so now. Otherwise, hang tight, hang loose. Everybody, if you're in some sort of modification, come on back through your shoulder stance. And very gently, you can kind of relax those knees, use your hands as support, roll on back down. Very good. And then my favorite pose of the day, I was trying to show this to my 7-year-old students, and I think they were horrified over Zoom. We're gonna go to Happy Baby. So if you're ready to go Happy Baby, hop on in. Those of you, I'm gonna give you the full frontal, but only for a moment, I swear. You're gonna lay on your backs, open your legs, reach the outside of your feet, and you're just gonna rock back and forth like a Happy Baby. So enough of that view. Hop into it yourselves. Just think of it, you are the happiest, laughing little baby, just like weirdly born flexible and just rocking back and forth. You're also getting this nice restorative stretch here because just the gentle weight of your hands pulling your feet is opening your hips and adding a nice gentle stretch to your hamstrings, which if you put too much force can be painful. So we like to gently stretch our big leg muscles. Take a deep breath. You can even close your eyes and imagine yourself as the happiest little baby. Exhale. Begin to draw those feet together, like you're clapping with your feet. And then bring those feet to the ground. and rest those knees open. Supta Baddha Konasana. This is a nice spot for blocks or pillows. If you're feeling it's stretching too much and it's uncomfortable and you have to keep springing your legs up, place something under both knees. Hands can rest on your hip area and really feel that opening. Or I love one hand on heart, one hand on belly, eyes gently close. And again, come back to that breathing. Let the breathing breathe you. Take a moment. Excellent. If you have any props or supports, you can release them, bringing your knees, using your arms, bringing your knees back up to the sky, extending those arms into cactus arms or straight out like an airplane. A gentle twist. Just drop your knees to one side, head looking towards the other. So your next inhale, lazily bring those knees back up and let them drop to the other side. Head gazing in the opposite direction as your knees. Close your eyes. Excellent. And knees come on back up. And here is where we move into our final settling pose of the day, corpse pose, our shavasana. And by the way, if anyone would like more Sanskrit in the class, I'm happy to offer that. It's just, for me, there's a lot of politics behind yoga and the language of yoga, and I just want to be as respectful as I can. So, and I love cats and dogs, so cat, cow is perfect language for me. Cats, cows, dogs. So you're going to begin to extend one leg and then the other. Any last minute movements if you want to do stretch. Kind of think of what makes you extra cozy before you close your eyes at night, or what's really cozy before you open them in the morning. You can imagine the weight of a blanket you put on a blanket. If you like to curl around a couple pillows, I offer you our modified heart benches where you put some sort of support underneath either your lower ribs, not too low, because we don't want to hurt our lower back, or our shoulder blades. Let's take a collective inhale wherever you're at. Inhale together. And exhale, empty out completely. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And then with that refreshing filling back up, refill your cup with our air, energy, cleansing breath. And then bring a normal rhythm to your breath. Begin to close your eyes if they're not already heavy. Gently turn up the volume now. Just give us a little bit of rhythm to our rest. For once in my life, I'm going to not guide you through your shavasana. You are simply going to be. I will bring you back to attention after a few moments. Let's just take a breath together. Release, knowing we're releasing together. Like to bring some movement to your feet and your toes, and your wrists and your fingers. You can even feel for your fingertips on each of your fingers, your fingerprints on each of those fingertips. Any supports you'd like to remove, just do so gently. Stretch those arms up overhead, eyes stay closed. And roll over onto one side, tucking in those knees. Taking a final rest together. Your exhale, using the top arm to gently press you up to a comfortable seating position. If you have a blanket, you can keep it tucked around you like a little burrito. Bring your palms out in front of you and just rub them together just to generate some heat. So you might have to go a little faster and a little faster. You can even blow into them if you have chronically chilly fingers like myself. Once you start feeling that heat, gently cup those hands and place them over your eyes. Take a deep breath and flicker open your eyes into your hands. Notice the glow where the light peeps in. Excellent. Move your hands, you can keep your gaze low. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. Take one final breath as one. Exhale, gentle bow forward to honor yourself, to honor each other. I say, thank you everybody. You are nourished by Namaste. I offer you Namaste to signal the end of class and just a recognition of all the hard work you do all the time, and yet you still come here to get some release, to be together. So thank you so much for that. I hope you enjoyed just a little flurry of lots of things, but still could feel the breath flowing through you and flowing through your bodies. I hope to see you next time. We have our relaxing flow on Wednesday. We're going to do a little bit of a meditation on Wednesday, so if that's of interest to you, it's a shorter class. I hope to see you then. All right, thank you everybody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.